NCTV45, The Train, anytime on your time.
Elham's for one great dining experience. Today's programming furnished by a grant from Joseph's Supermarket. Special thanks to Joseph's. Hello and welcome to FBI headquarters. Yes, Five Big Italians. Hold on one second. Well, we got to call you back. Wait, I'm being called on the hotline. Hello. Yeah, Mahler's just about done mauling it over for 2 years. He's canceled the stakeout and he wants to do a stake in. Well, you know, it's a little cold outside. I could see why he would be wanting to move and, you know, do something a little bit different because he could freeze his agents off out there. And when he does the stake in, he needs some tomatoes. Need some tomatoes? Is this guy going on a picnic? Geez, oh man. You call Special Agent Cook in the castle to get all this information, and then you need a couple of tomatoes and some onions and peppers too. And he doesn't want to be cold. And he wants tomato pizza and poor man's pizza. He's a little pushy. Next he's going to want corn on the cob. That sounds good. Well, okay. Yeah. Let me see what I can do. I hate when they call on the hotline. But it's rather cold outside. So why not do a stake in? Now, come on. There goes Standish. How are you going to do a stake in? It's simple. We're going to get and use an indoor grill. Yeah, no grilling there, Abe. We're really going to do it. We're going to get our grill inside, grill up our steak, and we're going to have, I'll show you how to do that corn on the cob so it tastes just like it came right off the cob. We'll get it out of a can. And guess what else we're going to do? A little tomato pizza, a little poor man's pizza. And yeah, we'll have some peppers and onions and we'll marinate it. It's going to be out of this world. And, hey, Marianne, Doc, Johnny's amazed. He's thinking this is better than a double reverse. And Koppel's just standing there beside himself. So get ready. Here comes another exciting edition of Cooking the Castle. 450. Newcastle's community television station.
The Cedars is a great restaurant with outstanding Mediterranean food. The Cedars takeout menu is second to none, featuring pizza, stromboli, hoagies, their famous lamb on the rod, and so much more. So when you're hungry and you want that Newcastle taste, make it Cedars. Now it's in Newcastle, 827 Addis Street on the east side, and call Cedars 724-658-9260.
Grill, indoor grill that we just got at Christmas. We're going to do a couple things. We have some steaks, USDA, and they've been cubed so we can put them on a rod. We have some tomatoes, a little hot pepper, always eat that. We're going to make some mashed potatoes, and we're going to mix a marinade of Italian dressing, a little bit of A1, some teriyaki and soy sauce, and of course we have, yes, Augustine's. We're going to make like a little garlic toast in the form of a white pizza. Now, this is going to be scrumptious. Now, since we're using so many ingredients to marinate, I put the first layer of our meat in. I'm going to use a drop of my homemade wine and make a little bit, and then I'll add the Italian dressing. The homemade wine will make the meat real tender. And after I add the Italian dressing, then a little teriyaki, little soy, drop of A1 just to get it up and flavored. There, with all our meat marinating and all, if you had smell-o-vision, it smells real good. We're going to go on and make our tomato salad so that that can kind of come together as we chill it. Now, with all the tomatoes and garlic and cucumbers and onion you can see in there, we're going to add oregano, salt, pepper, and a little olive oil and let it sit and marinate while we get our steak ready. Hello folks, Angelo Parada for Ferrone Brothers. Wow, you have to try their food. Great Italian food, and on the south side on Mill Street, Ferrone Brothers for pepperoni rolls, pizza, any Italian dish that you can imagine. Okay, and a whole lot more. It's Ferrone Brothers. Stop by, they have those daily specials, and they look forward to seeing you. Tell them NCTV45 sent you. Now there you go, you can see the oregano, the salt and pepper, and everything will marinate. We'll put this in the fridge till we get our steak done. Now here we took and cut up the rest of our onion with some hot peppers, and we're going to put garlic and butter in there and just melt it and use it with our meat. Now we're going to garnish our steak with some tomato pizza and some poor man's pizza, knowing that variety is the spice of life. Here we used just some fine ripe tomatoes with garlic, and over here we spread our garlic around. We're gonna put some olive oil, some salt and pepper, and a little oregano and some Romano cheese on top. We'll top our poor man's with a little mozzarella when we're completed. Now there you go with our fresh tomato pizza, and here you go with our fresh tomato pizza, and we're going to put that in the oven along with our poor man's, and we got the cheese on there so it just bonds with that shell. Augustine's is the best. Now we'll put this together and start it in our oven and start working with our meat. And there you go, we have corn, and we'll just pop that in the microwave. That's butter on the top, and we add a little salt so that you got a summertime taste. Tuscany Square Restaurant, 3470 Wilmington Road, where old world charm meets the modern conveniences of today. Spacious seating and amenities await. Fresh ingredients that make that just right pizza or entree.
It's Tuscany Square for your next event. Stop and see us or give us a call at 724-654-0365. Today's programming is brought to you by NCTV45 and NC Radio 450, Newcastle's community television station. Now, here is our new Hamilton Beach indoor grill. We've cleaned the grate, and you know, I gave this a little bit of thought. We're not going to use the skewers. We're just going to put the meat right on top of that grate. Now, let's preheat it. By the way, I put the Augustine shells and the poor man's pizza and the tomato pizza in because I figured you didn't need to see it go in the oven. In the oven is in the oven. There now, since this is a soft vegetable, we're going to press soft on our microwave. Everybody's settings are a little bit different. And notice we got the butter so that it flavors it, and we'll do that right now. What it said was when the green light goes on, it's ready. As you can see, the green light's on. So, and this gets very hot. So what we're going to do is we're going to place our meat in there after we select the desired temperature, and we'll be ready to go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to grab from the bottom. That way we get a piece that's really good. Shake off the excess liquid and put it right on. Hear that sizzle? Now we'll load our grill up and take a look. So what we're going to do is I want to turn our meat so that it cooks evenly and we don't get one side one way and the other side the other way. Now notice the beautiful grill marks when you use this type of system. Very, very enticing, and boy, if you had smell-o-vision, you'd be in good shape. Now, there's our, excuse me for the slip, there's our peppers and onions all done. We add a little salt. We're going to cover those to get to the rest of our vegetables. Now, I really wanted to show you the green light. Notice how it's lit. And when we pick it up, our meat is done. You don't want to overcook it, it'll get too tough. We're going to put this in a dish and covered with some butter while we cook the rest. Special thanks to Little Johnny's 2 downtown, who provided funding for this program. Funding for this program furnished by Mary's Turner's Day Spa, Wilmington Road, Neshannock Township, Newcastle.
And it goes round,
There,
round,
we
round
sprinkled
as it
our
skims along
tomato
with
pizza
the
with a
happy
little bit of
sound
cheese
as it goes.
and our poor man's. We're going to put it in the melt, and then it'll be ready to take out and sit and savor. Okay, there you go. Just like a taste of old Italy. And there's our poor man's. Here's our tomato pizza. And now we get to our steak in there with butter. We'll toss it around and season it with salt and pepper, more pepper, right after all our meat is done. Now there you go. Our fresh tomato pizza, our poor man's pizza, our steak, and look at those onions with peppers that were done in butter, sauteed, and our fresh tomato salad and corn, like it's right off the cob. Boy, if you had smell-o-vision, And you know what? This fiasco in the middle
It must be easy
of
for
winter.
you.
Yes, you can too.
At our law firm, we see you. Come see us at lgkg.com.
Well, welcome back. And didn't I tell you that steak it was going to be good? Yeah, no wonder Mueller wants to end this investigation. He's hungry. You know, he's had agenda for 2 years, chasing something that he doesn't even know if it exists. It didn't exist. He looked all over. The man was hungry, and meanwhile, Trump's getting all the steak. He's just sitting there saying, okay, keep investigating. Go outside in the cold. Yeah, and you know, that guy in Florida, he was really looking for steak a la Stone, but he decided, well, that guy doesn't cook steak. So it was all up to having a steak in. And wow, wasn't that tantalizing and delicious? And I knew you were going to love it. And it's simple and it's easy. And you get that little grill in the house and you're ready to go. And no lighter fluid or any of that. And you could do it in the summer when it's hot out. You're in the air conditioning. You could do it in the winter when it's cold out. And you're in a nice warm environment. Just, you know, keep watching Cooking the Castle and enjoy these great recipes. And you know what? It's like I've always said, NCTV45, we make it available anytime on your time. And when your family gets a hold of that, it's like I said, they're going to love it. Until next time, bon appetit.
Enjoy peace of mind. Let us leave the confusion and all disillusion behind. Just like birds of the